Sometimes, the most dangerous people in your life are not the ones who openly dislike you. They're the ones who smile at you, hug you, and say, "I'm happy for you," while secretly hoping you fall. You've met them. Maybe you're even thinking of someone right now, and if you've ever felt that strange, unspoken tension, that something's off feeling, you're not crazy. There's a reason for it. The truth is, some people don't hate you for what you've done wrong. They hate you for what you've done right. It's not about your mistakes. It's about your existence, your presence, the way you walk into a room and somehow, without trying, remind them of what they wish they could be. It's an invisible war, one that happens behind smiles, polite small talk, and friendly conversations. On the surface, you're just two people getting along. Underneath, they're keeping score. They notice every little win you have, every bit of progress, and instead of feeling inspired, they feel threatened. Psychologists call it covert hostility. It's resentment that hides behind charm, and it's more common than you think. Why? Because people have egos, and the ego hates to feel smaller than someone else. When someone close to you sees you succeed, if they're insecure, it doesn't feel like your victory. It feels like their defeat. In their mind, every compliment they give you is like handing you a medal while they're left standing on the sidelines watching you win a race they wish they were in. They might even convince themselves they do love you, but the truth is, they love the version of you that doesn't challenge their self-worth. The moment you outgrow that version, they start to resent you. You can't always see hatred in someone's eyes. Sometimes you have to feel it between their words. Here are the signs. 1. Backhanded compliments. They praise you, but there's a little sting in it. "Wow, you're lucky. I could never get away with wearing that. It must be nice to have all that free time to work on yourself." It's a compliment dressed as support, but it's actually a jab. 2. Disappearing during your highs. Notice how they're always around when you're struggling, but strangely busy when you're doing well. Genuine love celebrates your joy. Fake love avoids it. 3. Subtle sabotage. They might forget to tell you something important or give you bad advice, disguised as looking out for you. 4. Shifting the spotlight. Every time you share something exciting, they quickly turn the conversation back to themselves. It's not always obvious, but you'll notice that your wins never get to stand alone. 5. The gut feeling. Your body knows. That uneasy feeling you get when you're around them, that's your intuition picking up on micro expressions, tone shifts, and subtle cues your mind can't fully explain. You might wonder, if they hate me, why pretend to love me? Why not just leave? The answer is, because staying close gives them power. Some people keep you close so they can watch you more closely. They collect your vulnerabilities, your fears, your weaknesses. And the moment they see an opening, they'll use it. It's like keeping an enemy within arm's reach, where they can hug you with one arm and hold a knife behind their back with the other. Sometimes it's also about image. They want the world to see them as your friend, because standing next to you makes them look good. Other times, it's about control. If they can make you doubt yourself just enough, they can slow you down. And deep down, that's exactly what they want. What makes this kind of hidden hate so painful is that it comes from people you trust. It's easy to ignore a stranger's judgment, but when it's your friend, your sibling, your partner, it cuts deeper. Because love is supposed to be a safe place. It's supposed to be the one place where you can lay your armor down. But with them, you can't. You find yourself editing your happiness, holding back your good news, dimming your light, because you've learned it's safer than dealing with their subtle punishments. And over time, you start questioning yourself. Am I imagining this? Am I being too sensitive? Maybe they do care. Maybe I'm the problem. That's exactly what they want you to think. because self-doubt keeps you from noticing the truth. Let's go deeper. Jealousy says, I want what you have. Envy says, I don't want you to have it at all. And when envy gets mixed with insecurity, it becomes dangerous. People who feel small in their own lives will often try to shrink the people around them, not always by attacking directly, but by eroding your confidence one grain at a time. They'll do it with silence instead of applause, with half smiles instead of genuine joy, with words that sound harmless until you replay them in your mind later and realize the hidden meaning. The human brain is wired for comparison, but when someone's self-worth is fragile, your success feels like an insult to their existence, and instead of working on themselves, they'd rather work on resenting you. So what do? Do you confront them, cut them off, or keep pretending you don't notice? The truth is, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. But here's what you must do. First, trust your gut. If someone's energy feels wrong, it probably is. Second, limit access. You don't have to cut them out immediately, but stop feeding them information they can twist. Third, watch patterns, not moments. Anyone can have a bad day, but if the signs keep repeating, believe them. And lastly, remember that protecting your peace is not cruelty, it's survival. Some people will never admit they resent you. They'll keep calling you friend. They'll keep smiling in photos with you. They'll keep hugging you like they mean it. But love without safety isn't love, it's performance. And once you see through it, you stop playing along. You stop giving your heart to people who only clap when you're losing. Because real love isn't threatened by your growth. It doesn't compete, it doesn't pretend. It's proud, and you deserve nothing less than that. Sometimes the clearest way to understand this kind of hidden resentment is to look at real patterns in real relationships. Think about the friend who never misses a chance to bring up your failures, not openly, but in small, carefully timed reminders. You could be celebrating a new job and they'll say, "Remember that time you almost got fired? Glad you've learned from that." They package it as humor, but humor often carries truth in disguise. Or the sibling who says, "Wow, you're buying a house? Must be nice to have money like that." It sounds like admiration, but it's laced with accusation, as if your success is a personal attack on their struggles. These moments seem small on their own, but when you line them up side by side, you see the pattern. Living around people who pretend to love you while secretly hating you isn't just an external battle. It's an internal one. You start editing your joy. You stop sharing certain milestones. When you get good news, instead of thinking, "Who can I tell?" your first thought becomes, "Who should I avoid telling?" That shift is a warning sign, because love should be the place you run to, not the place you tiptoe around. It's like carrying a balloon of happiness, but you can feel their needle in the air, and you know one wrong move will pop it. Earlier, we talked about some clear signs. Here are a few more you might recognize. 6. They downplay your struggles. When you share something difficult you've gone through, they respond with, "That's nothing. You should hear what happened to me." Instead of empathy, you get competition, even in pain. 7. They mirror your wins, but only after you. You get into fitness and suddenly they do too, but in a way that tries to overshadow you. You start a creative project and suddenly theirs becomes the topic of every conversation. 8. They exaggerate your flaws in front of others. Not always in a cruel way, but with little stories that make you look clumsy, foolish, or lucky rather than skilled. You might think, if they don't like me, why not just say it? But the truth is, admitting it would mean admitting they feel jealous, insecure, or bitter, and those are feelings people don't like to claim. So instead, they hide it, because pretending gives them two advantages. They keep their access to you. They avoid looking like the bad guy to others. This is why people can keep up the act for years. They've convinced themselves they're not being fake. They're just being honest or realistic. If you've spotted someone like this in your life, your instinct might be to cut them off immediately. But for many, it's not that simple, especially when they're family, a longtime friend, or someone tied to your career. So here's what you can do. Stop oversharing. They can't twist information they don't have. Give them less to work with. Limit emotional access. You can be polite, but you don't have to give them the same trust as before. Stand firm in your wins. Don't shrink yourself to make them comfortable. Your success is not their loss. Surround yourself with true supporters. Balance the negativity by spending more time with people who genuinely root for you. Boundaries aren't walls, they're filters, and the right ones will keep your peace intact. It's easy to focus on them, on what they're doing, what they're thinking, how they're acting. But the real power comes when you shift your focus back to yourself. Ask, why did I allow myself to stay close to someone who drains me? Why did I ignore my gut when it told me something was wrong? These aren't questions to shame yourself. They're questions to reclaim your power. The more you learn to trust your instincts, the less likely you are to get trapped in this kind of connection again. Healing isn't just cutting people out. It's learning to spot the storm before it hits. People who pretend to love you while secretly hating you are proof that not everyone deserves the front row seat to your life. Some will clap for you only when you're down, because it's the only time they feel tall. But you deserve people who clap at your highs and stand with you in your lows. And if that means your circle gets smaller, that's okay. Because a small circle of genuine hearts is worth more than a stadium full of fake applause. Take 5 minutes after this video ends. List the people who truly celebrate you. List the people who drain you, and ask yourself, who deserves more of my time? Who deserves less? Then take one small action today that moves you closer to the people who want to see you shine. If you've been through this, share one thing you wish you had realized sooner. Your story could be the mirror that helps someone else see the truth. And if you want more raw, unfiltered truths like this, subscribe and stay here. Because the next time you need words for something you can't explain, I'll be here to speak them for you. See you in the next video.